to go!
Oh my god! I just came out of the theater watching Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, the new DreamWorks movie, and then damn, that movie slaps! And I'm sure some of you may be asking, what the fuck is the new DreamWorks movie? And yeah, I can't blame you, because the marketing for this movie was basically non-existent. They had like $5 on a stick and used it for 2 trailers and 1 poster. And it's showing because this movie is doing atrociously in the box office. This budget is not coming back. Somebody get a shovel because this movie is dead and buried. It's already 2 feet under as we speak. And the trailers that we got are not good, bro, because these trailers are lying to you. They are looking at you and spitting facts that are not true. They are lying in your face. You see these mermaids on the poster? Guess how many of them actually appear in the movie? None. None of them. And stuff like this could work, like with Puss in Boots, where they also spit in your face with their lies, but it still made me want to watch the movie. With these trailers, they just spoiled it for me. They used fake promo to actively spoil their own movie. Universal, why would you do that? And because I use Twitter, no, I do not need your condolences. I need to avoid these things. So the only thing I actually knew about this movie was a few scenes from the trailer, the poster, and a 2-minute scene on Twitter, where the 2 main girls are like talking on the toilet. I knew nothing about this shit and only watched it because of the cute wibbly wobbly animation. And that's the thing. The wibbly wobbly animation is so good! This movie is gorgeous! Every scene is beautiful! Like the main character, her textures, her like wobbly hair thing, it looks so good with the lighting. There's one scene where a character has hair made of water and the water looks beautiful. Oh my jeez! This water could compete with Nintendo. Like, you know that's one guy that always compliments the water in Nintendo games? He would have a panic attack just looking at the water of this movie. The story is pretty simple. Nothing out of the ordinary. Like, there's this girl, Ruby Gillman. She lives with her wibbly wobbly family on the coast, and she has troubles to fit in because she's from Canada or something. She has a few friends, she has a crush, but then she suddenly falls into water because her boyfriend is dying or something, and then she turns into a giant kraken and has a panic attack because she doesn't know what the f she has to do with all of this now. Then she meets that mermaid girl who we all know is evil. Like, look into this eyes, you know this bitch is evil. She learns how to use her power, she fights at the end. It's easy to understand, and it's how they use the story to make this movie as good as it is. Like, the characters are really freaking great. Ruby Gillman is a great protagonist. I love following her story, and she has a lot of great companions along the way. Her family actually gets a lot of screen time. Like, her mother is an important character, her father and her brother are also a big factor into the movie, and I like that. That's cool. The relationship between Ruby and her mother is a very vocal point in this movie. Like, there's one scene pretty early on in the movie where Ruby first turns into the Kraken and she has to talk to her mother. She's obviously afraid because, oh my god, I'm a Kraken, she's going to f***ing kill me. But her mother knows this. She knows, oh my god, I can't go too hard on her because she already has enough shit to work with. The mother knows that this will go by within just a minute, so they just talk a bit. They talk about some things they did when they were young to just calm down a bit. Then Ruby shrinks back to her normal self, and it's such a great scene. They just have a full-on heart-to-heart with each other, and you know these two care about each other. It's great to see. There's this one cool guy in school that everybody loves, and Ruby has a giant crush on him, but what I like is that the dude obviously also has a crush on her. Like, he likes her from the very beginning, which I don't see very often in movies nowadays. Like, it's always, oh, I like this guy, but he doesn't like me, I have to make him like me. Or in the very end, when the boy sees that the girl is very cool and saves everybody, oh my god, now I see how cool this character is, I need to take her as my wife. But no, he likes her from the very beginning, which is very nice to see. Like, he has no prejudices towards her, even though she looks a bit weird, unlike everyone else, but he doesn't care. They just like each other. It's so nice. Ruby's friends are great. They are quirky, they are funny, they are cool. I like them. She has an uncle who's also funny and a great character, and he's nice to her, and they have a heart-to-heart led into the movie. This movie doesn't have any bad characters. How's this possible? There's this one shipsman that always tiptoes between the line as if he's just a one-off character who appears in one scene and never again, and maybe he's the main villain of the movie all along. But no, he's just a comedic character all along. You can't deny he is a great character. Like the characters themselves say, how can you hate him? You can't hate him. He's funny as fuck. And then there's the mermaid girl who obviously uses Ruby. Like, you see it in the eyes, in her whole presentation. Like, how can you not know she is a villain, man? There's still a twist tied to the character. It's not that she is the bad guy because you know she's the bad guy. It's a twist within this, and it's quite nice to see. I don't know if I want to spoil this movie, but fuck it. I already said it on my Letterboxd review, but this movie has so many plot twists, or like, it subverts my expectations so much. It's kind of crazy. Like, there's this one moment where Ruby meets her grandmother and she's like, oh my god, my successor finally returned home. She can be the next queen now. But Ruby doesn't want to be queen. She just wants to be a normal teenage girl. And she tells that her grandma, and this is the moment where everybody will believe, oh no, this is the moment where the grandmother becomes evil and forces her grandchild to become the queen. But this is not happening. She just says, yo, okay, goodbye, live your life. And she can just leave. Even the uncle is surprised by this. He's like, why did you just let her leave? And she's like, oh, she returns someday. Like, or you think the mermaid girl wants to steal the boy from Ruby, but no, he isn't even interested in the girl, and she isn't too. Like, you always think the movie's going to become a cliche, but then it turns this cliche into a complete subversion. It's so well made. This movie's very realistic with its messages, and it's not too cartoony when it comes to this. Like, yeah, it's still a cartoon movie, it's still an animation, but my god, it's great. Did I already say that this movie is good? I don't know. I could just make a full-on review for this movie because I love it so much, but I still wanted to see the movie, so I didn't take away too much. Or maybe I did, I have no idea. Please watch this movie, it's bombing so hard right now. It needs a little money, like DreamWorks is crumbling. You need to watch this movie, I beg you. I mean, it's no Puss in Boots The Last Wish, but no movie is a Puss in Boots The Last Wish. It's a great movie, 9 out of 10. Really great, please watch it. See you next time, bye. I appreciate your view. Hope you enjoyed the video too. If you did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Come along with me. Oh yeah, and please watch Spider-Verse while you're at it. Like, do movie day. Just watch this and Ruby Gillman. You won't regret it.